Welcome to News. This month in news, we did a print supplement for the federal election, which was held on October 21st. In it, we covered Vancouver Quadra, which is Ubyssey's writing, with candidate profiles and explainers on issues that are important to UBC students, including Indigenous reconciliation, affordability, and Canadian climate policy.
This month also saw a series of controversies surrounding UBC's fraternities after economics professor Dr. Marina Adshade alleged in a tweet that 6 women had all been drugged at fraternity parties in a single weekend. Shortly after, UBC asked RCMP to launch an investigation into the druggings, and then the AMS launched its own investigation, and after which they concluded that the Interfraternity Council, which oversees all UBC fraternities, should no longer be an AMS club.
Every single day since September, I asked Jack if we could do month in review. Every single day he said the same thing. No, I don't want to do it, and I especially don't want to have to look at your face on camera. And then he would take off my glasses and spit in my eye. Eventually, I couldn't see out of both of my eyes, and I was very sad, and it made it very hard for me to do my work. But still, every day I persisted, and I asked Jack if we could do month in review. I have worked very hard so I can finally say this. Welcome to culture. One of the things we did this month was poetry reviews of poems by UBC faculty and alumni. It turns out that people are still writing poems, and they're actually really interesting to read. On top of all of that cool and interesting stuff, staff writer Jasmine Eastman previewed and reviewed Sheila Prebright's talk, What Do Pictures Want? Prebright talked about a lot of interesting things, such as photography and activism, and how to make spaces to discuss race in Vancouver.
Welcome to science, where time is a flat circle. This month in science, we covered research out of the Institute of Oceans and Fisheries about the new challenges that are going to be facing Arctic fisheries managers as the climate crisis pushes more fish north. We also covered a study that supported the importance of administering blood tests before antibiotics when treating sepsis in hospitals.
Welcome to Blog and Opinion. This month in the opinion section, we wrote an editorial about how we are going to start reporting on the climate crisis. What it means for student journalism, what it means for journalism as a whole, and how we talk about it changes our perspectives on it. So give that a read. In blog, Edith Coates wrote a very funny piece on why there should have been a Bloc Québécois candidate in Vancouver Quadra. You know, I'm sure some people would have appreciated that. They got politics. People love politics. Give it a read. It's very funny.
Welcome to features. This past month saw the 2019 federal election. Tristan! This past month saw the 2019 federal election occur, and we were interested in what matters to UBC students. Sarah Zhao's piece on youth voter apathy featured a number of campus voices and looked into the reasons of why students just choose not to vote.
I got hit by a car at the beginning of the month. Still in better shape than Thunderbirds football. Welcome to sports. In all seriousness, T-Bird football did have a pretty good second half of the season, including one of the biggest upsets in program history against the University of Saskatchewan Huskies, led by sophomore quarterback Gabe Olivares. Then women's rugby, who won their first Canada West title, and made it to national championships for the first time, all led by UBC Sports Athlete of the Month, Shoshana Sunaman-Tafa. The biggest story so far this semester definitely has to be women's soccer. After losing to the University Calgary Dinos 1-0 in the Canada West final, the team marched all the way back to then beat Calgary in the U Sports National Championship game in Victoria. It's their first championship since 2015.
Very cool, very funny.